Hi, welcome to this DMDF Twin Flame Tower Love Reading. My name's Sophia. Welcome to this community. So what I was getting was playing the game. Now, I think I had this in yesterday's reading, but there was a different thing about it. So what I was getting is, for example, say you're in a 3D job, in a job, in a normal job. I don't know what to call it, right? Job out there, right? You're working and you're the manager and you want to, no, you're the supervisor and you want to be the manager. This is the energy of the reading. And this is about just doing what holding, not, I don't want to say holding your tongue or doing anything like that, but there's things you disagree with that the manager does at the moment, but you're just letting it slide, right? It's like maybe it's inconvenient, there's a word, right? But you know that manager's going, and the possibility of you getting the manager's job role and you're the supervisor is high, right? This is connected with your twin flame. That's how I feel with this energy. It's about doing that with your person. I don't know how else to say it, but that's how I feel. You know, you want your person, and there's stuff that inconveniences you. It's not. That's all it is. And it's not even, puts you out a bit. It's not life threatening what your person asks from you, right? Say they don't emotionally invest, they don't open up, right? That's not going to kill you, is it? That's what I'm trying to say here. So that's why I gave the example of work. But if you just like see it for what it is, that's what this counseling does. It makes you see it really for what it is. It's like, you're going to lose out on that job for on being a manager. And some people say that to me. I remember David used to say that to me. I don't care. I have morals and all this kind of thing. If someone said that, I say, what? You'll lose out on something just because of your morals? Is say yes, right? That's ego, right? That's all that reptilian brain, right? But that's what I'm saying. Most people lose out on things and don't look at the long term, at the bigger picture. Is massive. It's massive. And as I always say, I compare to famous people, and I give George Clooney example. He could have stayed in ER all day long. He would have been quite successful. He would have had followings. People would have known him. He would have made it. No, he still gave that up to succeed. That's what this is kind of with your twin flame. It's like you're trying to be a different version of you, soulmate, when you can be the full better version of you. Doesn't mean that you're better than a soulmate. This has got to be clear. It means being your full potential self is a better version of you. So your person is teaching you, why does that stuff matter? Now, it does change. When you release that resistance, then they come forward to what you want in the end anyway. Just like if you just avoid what the manager is saying or doing at the moment until you get that management position, right? Knowing that that manager's gonna leave, right? And you just hold on, right? That's what this kind of thing is. But what you lot do is, you go into, I'll go and get another job. That's a third party, right? You go and get someone else, right? And you're unhappy with the job and your situation, the same thing anyway, right? So anyway, so let's see. This is to do with your job. I'm getting a lot about the job you're in at the moment. Like I said, your person shows up 50% because you're 50% of what you're supposed to do. You're listening to me, you're lightworker, starseed, twin flame. You do not have that title for no reason. If not, you'll just be watching, although you do watch, but you do watch soulmates. But soulmates don't watch. A genuine soulmate doesn't watch twin flame, lightworkers, starseeds. They just stay with a soulmate. You might go on to soulmates and you think, hold on, how does the readings the same? I'll tell you why, because the planets shape our world. Everything I'm teaching you, soulmates can do the same. The only difference is I'm teaching you how to teach the soulmates to be the same as you. right? That's it. So this is about you, and it starts with, it's your perception of the physicality. That's what this is. Your the pentacle, the physical world, Malkuth. Don't want to see it. 7 of Swords. If you're new, hello, I've got a Facebook group. Go check that out. I posted in there the other day. I put about the 4 of Wands. I love the 4 of Wands because it's about the portal. Going through the portal. Going to the other side to connect home. That's what the 4 of Wands is. Right? No, still do that. Yeah, I knew it was about the 10 of... Yeah, I'll take them all. It was about the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, your perception, 7 of Swords, straight away. You're deceiving yourself on the house and the happiness. I never forget, I'm sure it was, but I say never forget. It was Victoria Beckham talking about David Beckham, saying, I would give that all up to live in a cardboard box with David. Oh, David. Anyway, right. And obviously people think, oh, shut up, you're a billionaire, millionaire, whatever. Of course you wouldn't give it all up. I'm telling you, when you're with your person, I'm not saying that they're more than £1 million and £1 billion. You know, I don't want to overlarge, you know, my person or your person, but I'm just saying you don't think about that, do you? You don't think about having that billion, that mansion, or aiming to have loads of money. You're just in that alignment of what is, which is the love frequency. That's what this is about. Like if you haven't got your person and you love pets, when you're just sitting there and you're just stroking your cat and it's purring, that's an energetic frequency of in the now and wholeness and consciousness, right? That's what this is. It's like you're deceiving yourself. You want the house, the car, and the thing. Now, I'm not saying I just emailed David before this reading about the future of where we're going, right? The 5-year plan, right? But, you know, I'm not saying don't talk about it, but I'm saying, but not having it, right? And you're deceiving yourself. It's not, Sophia, it's not me. Look, the blindfold to the 7 of Swords. It's not fucking me. It's my person. All day long. And I guarantee you do counselling, I can prove it's you. You want this, the house, the car, the picket fence. I can prove it, right? That's it. All day long. I never forget, this woman was in the mission and she was like, I want to get married to my person. I knew she wasn't going to last. She would not let that drop. Even though I was doing counselling with her and she didn't even like her family, right? Abuse rife in her family, right? Didn't like them, but wanted to have that fairy tale down the aisle and all that, right? I'm not saying you want the wedding, but the 7 of Swords to the 10 of Pentacles, like I said, the physical isn't even real. It's not even real. I was watching, watch the Batman. I wasn't, I'll put it near. Amazing. I don't like to disrespect films, you know. I don't like to disrespect stuff like that, because to put all that together is amazing. But it wasn't my cup of tea, put it that way. But the 10 of Pentacles to the 7 of Swords, what was I saying? I saw something else. Oh, it might come back to me. Ace of Wands. Yeah, because you're not facing the, I'll put it how I'll put it. You're wrong, right? You're not facing it. Because you're lightworker starseed. You're here to know about that all day long. All day long. To drop those expectations of the 10 of Pentacles, you're missing out. You're turning your back to the Ace of Wands. That's what it is. I don't care about other tarot readers who will tell you, oh, yeah, no, get rid of your person and blah, blah, blah. You're trying to go within, but when you go within, you block your heart, because you're blocking your heart because you ain't done the inner work. My hands are tied, Sophia. I've told him what I want. I told her what they want, and then they go ghost, right? Trust me, David's watching. Right? He knows I've tried all angles, right? go ghost or don't go ghost. I'll do, you know, I'll like cuss him, then I'm really nice. And it's like, it doesn't matter. You just got to like, just go with the flow. End of the day, all it is like, you just know there is no thing, nothing like when you feel like when you're with your person, even closing your eyes and getting into your heart space, thinking about them, right? You know that's your person. And if you know that, and then you open your eyes and you look into the physicality, the 10 of Pentacles, and oh, fuck me, right? He's not doing what the perception of others, right? She's not doing what the perceptions of others is telling me to do, that I need. That I need. I remember my sister was saying, have a kid with David. Do you know how bad it is? I got 2 children, if you're new. I always wanted a kid with someone who were really in love with, fancied, and all that kind of thing. Then, Bush, David, right? And it's absolutely the reverse. I'm like, this is the kind of person I wanted to have a kid with. But I'm like, because I always just love spending so much time with him, I don't want the kid. I don't want any, right? It's like, I don't want no interruptions when I'm with, I don't care if we was living together. I still wouldn't. I don't mind if I just say I met him 10 years ago, now we're living together and I could still have kids, which I still can, but it doesn't matter about the age to me. I just don't want them. It's like, if it takes time away from David, I just don't want it. It just is what it is. And it's even worse because David said, if you wanted a kid, we would have one. I'm like, oh my gosh, most of the 2 baby dads, no interest. Didn't say anything like that, right? So that's what that feeling is. Getting to the core of it. This is the external, I'll have a kid, then, yeah, get them married and all that. Now, there's elements. You might really say, well, Sophia, I really do want a kid. Yes, right? But when it's right, it's like when we're moving in and when we're that's when it's right, we'll move in together and stuff like that. When it's right, we get married. I ain't gonna have a kid. I don't mind adopting if I can later, right? I don't know, they have that stupid age limit and all that kind of thing, which is stupid because when you're older, you're more settled and you generally have the room and more free time. So I would love to adopt, but having my own one, I just like, no, because I could adopt an older one who wouldn't be there on the case all the time. I'm just saying. Anyway, my point is that the physicality, you're still holding on to the physicality. And the planets, you see I have the planets within my card, blatant rip-off card from Aleister Crowley, of the planets are trying to let you see the deception within yourself. And I was the same. There were some things I was like, surely he has to do this. It's not me. Surely he has to do this. And I said in the reading yesterday, but how do you know when you're lying to yourself, right? I'll give an example with me. David needs to tell me he loves me every day, right? Surely he must have to tell me that, right? Then I'll go within and then I'm like, well, I kind of know he loves me, right? Not kind of, you know, I know he loves me and I know he's the one for me and twin flame and all that kind of thing. So what does that matter? So that's all you got to do. Go within. You're going within, which makes you indecisive, right? But you're still not facing 2 swords here. Because that's it. You're like 7 of swords. No, it's not me. Closing your eyes to it. You're going within, but then you're still not looking at the 7 of swords. But you're not getting this. And then your person is like still the same. Not, you know, cold, cutting to the point. I'm staying over here. I'm working 1,000,000 hours. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm just doing this. Still, you know, straight to the point, right? Or even like just doing what they always do. This King of Swords here, right? What's these 2? 6 of Cups, yeah. It's the delay is always because you don't understand what your mission is. Your mission is to tell people to go for what they want, regardless of time. Like I said, George Clooney made it quite late in life. I don't know, 30. That's quite older in life when it comes to TV these days, which they're cleverly, I can't say that right, cleverly done. What I mean by that, if you hear me, I'm always talking about Sylvester Stallone, Clint Eastwood, Arnold Schwarzenegger, all those old school, right, Morgan Freeman, classic gangster movie people. I like them because they do things at ease. That's why I like it. Wisdom and time. They don't look like they're faking it. They're not putting any stupid voices on. They choose the films they want to do. Christian Bale I quite like as well, because you don't see him out there. All those kind of people I'm talking about, you never saw them on the red carpet. You don't need to do that. That's the ego, right, taking over, which is their choice, right? But I'm just saying, people think you have to do the red carpet. Now, you don't need to do all that, right? You've got to promote the film. You tell them, listen, I'll do the film, but I'm not promoting it. I never see Christian Bale promoting films, all these other ones. Why I'm saying that is because it's making your choice of what you want. Six of Cups, this is what we're here, and going for it regardless. The delay, temperance, is tempering your anger for the Ten of Pentacles. That's what it is. That's why you're not getting your masculine, your person, come and offering you the new passionate beginning. Because it's like grabbing the wisdom, because one's the wisdom correctly. And by doing that is to get into your masculine. Like I said, my sister said to me about having a kid. And I was like, yeah, it's true. I would love to have a kid with David, the perfect. I was like, my truth is no. No, I don't want it, right? Even if David was persuading me, I still would say no to him, right? I would, because I wouldn't have wanted it. I think that would have split us up, and if anything, because I wouldn't, right? Even because I know him, if we had kids, he'll be the one that do the schooling. He knows I ain't even going to go for a fucking school gate. Never, right? Hate that shit. Schooling, he'll do all that. I know he would do all that. That still takes time away from me. Selfish, but that's what this world is. Doing what you love. Does that mean I'm not going to love the child? But obviously it's not here, so that doesn't bother me. This is what you have to do. Get to the nitty-gritties of it instead of the external bullshit. That's what it is. That's exactly. I have kids. He has kids. What's the fucking issue? We've done it. We've done that kiddie thing, matey. We've done it, right? That's what this is. What your lesson is. This is what your mission is on this planet. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's fucking hard. It's hard because you got other people. What? Your person doesn't tell you he loves you and takes you out on a Saturday night? You what? You're not planning to live together yet? All the stuff I get. What? You're not doing this. You're not doing that. Seven of Swords, right? And you're trying to go within, which makes you indecisive. Two of Swords. But it's fucking hard work. It is hard work. But if I can do it, you can do it. If it's done, you can do it too. If you're light worker, twin flame, you have lifetimes upon lifetimes of training. That's why I try to do these kind of advertising. I'm going to try to do more of my advertising videos at the weekend. Please watch them. I know how committed you are, because whatever I post on this community is for you, not for me to show off my videos or anything like that. Everything on this community is for you. And why do I say that? Because I've got my person and I'm abundant. So it's obviously for you, right? So if you watch them and you will see, and you play that to a soulmate, those advertising videos of your starseeds, you've had like years upon years of training, and this is for you. And obviously it's all wiped because you come onto this planet to experience stuff. If you remember, then you are not going to experience anything. Right? All that I teach you, so you're ready. If you're here, you're ready to do it. But you want the easier option. That's the delay. This is about right? Starting your world differently and truly following your bliss. Truly, that's what I'm trying to say. You know it's your person, and that's all that matters. It's hard work to get to that, right? But that's what your mission is, to say to people, yes, of course I would love to live with David. But now I don't know, because, you know, he still maybe wants time for himself. And he's still got his kids there. You know, I don't know how his kids' baby's mum's going to be. I don't really get involved in any of that, right? I don't feel to. See what I mean? If I had family, of course you need to know. You should know. I don't feel to fucking know, right? So obviously when he's ready to come to me to say to live together, then that's fine, right? At the moment, I don't really like... I guarantee if I had friends and family, well, not now with me, how blatant I am, right? But what I'm saying, they would have influenced that. 3 years with that guy and he hasn't lived with you. It's quite normal. All the persons I had before David wanted to live with me all the time, all the time. In fact, they were that bad. They knew I never wanted to. They just left loads of stuff and moved in. Never had the conversation with any ex before, but there I was living with with these guys, ex-husband and exes and stuff, right? This is about me and you taking the power back and saying, no, actually it's my world. What do I really want? I'm happy. I see my person, and that's fine, right? And that's what I leave it to divine timing or whatever you call it, and it's fine. That's what this is, getting to the point. That's what mission is. And I tell you what, the hard work, I tell you, is the other people's influence for you to have that. That's what this is. 8 of Pentacles is hard work. But I tell you, when you get to this and you do your own inner world stuff, right, your own feminine stuff, because the perception is you want them to live with you and all that kind of thing. I'm like, get to the roots of it when you're happy to it. If you're like, yeah, no, I really want them to live there and stuff like that, you're not really happy with self. You never see these famous people like within a week they were married and living together. You don't see that, because they've worked on themselves. They've worked on following their bliss first. Then they get married, or someone's in the background whilst they're out 6 months to a year on a set. That's loving themselves. Other people, is why I always use rich as an example, the famous. Other people focus on the house and the car, right? And the 3D job. Let's get the job to do up the house and invest in stocks and shares, and have some a few quid in the bank. A rich person will spend 5 years losing out to build an empire, then get the money the long term. That's what I do here. I could have easily had so much money by just doing tarot reading. That's a lack mentality. You might not think so. That's to me. That's to a rich person. Tarot reading, making 1 grand, 2 grand a week, you lot would love. To me, I'm like, yeah, well, what if I can never take a day off? And what does that leave my children, right? That's all influence on me. A rich person builds an empire which other people can help, so you can take out and then build another empire. This is seeing the bigger picture, the universe, right? Worldly things. Not just limiting yourself to the house and the car and getting married. That's small. Rich people, famous people, still married, but they're still famous. They're still amazing actors. They're still doing that as well. Poor people limit themselves. Hence the divine of me meeting this job centre guy, who I can't help but mention how he thought he was doing great by getting people in job. And I was like, you're enslaving them to one thing, right? I didn't even tell him, because you can tell when he's pointless not saying something to them. You're slaving someone. Absolutely different concept from working hard or working smarter. This is about being smarter. You can, there's twin flames that together and they're in a nightmare situation because they live together. Arguing, and you should never argue. No, I think I've had one argument with David to his face. And I wouldn't even say that was an argument, right? One. What you don't, it's not. All that I used to hear about arguments and all this and the 6 months bubbles and then it's gone to drama. No. Whenever I see David, it's not like that. Shouldn't be. When you see a person, it shouldn't be. That frequency of love, that's other people's interference. That's the 7 of Swords. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to, and this is this middle ground bollocks. Your confusion of the High Priestess. The High Priestess is making the balance of what you see it to be. What you want. Put it this way. If you've done it like how I done it, whatever your third party with your person, right? Third party is anything that you feel interferes with you being happy with your person. So third party could be they don't open up. It doesn't have to be another person, right? That's third party is third party, right? So whatever your versions of the third party, if you could get rid of all of that, right? Not your person, if that would go, that's what the issue is, the third party. Your problem is you want your person to get rid of that third party. Listen to what I'm saying. If that third party went, you would be 100% happy, right? So that does prove it's not your person, doesn't it? It proves that that external third party is the fucking issue, which is what you're deceiving yourself on, right? 7 of Swords. If I said if I could just give you a spell and get rid of that, right? That then you'll be happy. So all you have to do is work on why you want that 10 of Pentacles. Because you're happy just with your person. That's the work you need to do. And that's the fucking 8 of Pentacles, hard work. But that's what you have to teach others. That's why it's 8 of Pentacles. It's hard. But it also, 8 of Pentacles is the energetic frequency. That's when you start manifesting your world anyway. Your wishes into desires, your universe, as within, so without. So you are manifesting 7 of Swords because you are the 7 of Swords. And that's it. And you're being, you just can't see it. It's too close to you. Look, he's fucking the next card. It's too close to you. I'm always telling you, it's too close to you. But that's why you're indecisive, in and out with your person, the back and the forth, the push and the pull. You want to change that? Counselling. I don't know how else to say it. I'll say all the time, counselling, 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 counselling. Right? And I'll guarantee that you'll see it differently. Oh. Trust. You see? Now is the time to trust this divine plan. Work on yourself if there is no communication. It is about trust. And I like it. Trusting. Trust in. Within. The world card, the universe card, right, is the feminine within the card. The universe, right? She's in it. So it's about you getting into it. It's not about, it's balancing out your masculine and feminine, yes. Because it takes balls to go for just saying what you want. It does. Like me, when I was first on here and I didn't know where my person lived, there could have been, I didn't have anyone, but there could have been, oh, what the fuck? She's with someone, she's with a twin flame, she don't even know where he lives. What kind of twin flame is that? That's not really a proper twin flame. He could be with third party. You know, that takes balls to go out there and say that, right? Plus, I was saying it, and because when you get the downloads, when you do tarot, you have to say what comes to you. Right, so I was getting that and I was like, what if David is hearing and he doesn't want anyone to know? But if it comes into my awareness, I need to say it because I know it's supposed to be said. So thank fuck, maybe he didn't mind, I don't know, or he didn't hear it, I don't know. My point is is that it's hard work to do, but you must do it. But underneath it was what is needed. You're avoiding a lot of stuff, but you have to trust yourself, what you really are, your emotions, the feminine, what you really want. Stop overriding it with that. Is it worth it? That's what you lot don't ask yourself. You're like, I want my person, but I want him to emotionally say this or she to emotionally say that, to move in with me, to have kids. I'm like, they're not doing that, right? Right, they're not doing that. Okay, so you'll leave them and get that with someone else who you want to be your person. Which is more important? So if that is more important, your person, which is the correct answer, then trust the divine plan. Then trust it, right? And have patience, because you're being two-faced. Oh, I'm a twin flame, I'm a twin flame. Well, twin flames is about patience. My George Clooney example all day long, right? All day long. Trust. It's like me wanting to be a director. I would have to be like, probably act first and do a couple of crappy movies first, and then later on in life with wisdom then be a director. Can't get things immediately just because you feel that passion for them. With the Ace of Wands, takes time to nurture it and hard work, right? Seven of Pentacles before the Eight of Pentacles is just getting that seed and planting it, but not knowing it's going to grow, right? Because you plant that seed and you've got water every day, right? There's trusting the universe. And that's the Eight of Pentacles, watering it, nurturing it, but not knowing that the seed's going to grow. Seven of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is the hard work of not knowing, but still going on and doing your thing. That's what you need to do. But you keep quitting. Seven of Pentacles. I've planted it, now come towards me, twin flame. I've planted the seeds, now you just want it to sprout and grow. And you know, get money from the seeds or whatever, what you planted straight away. It doesn't work like that. That's lying to yourself. It's deception. Let's see what your person's thinking and feeling. So check out the Facebook group. You get far more information in there. It is intended for you to take action, to then do it. I mean, I can give you as many stuff as I like, same with others in mission, but you have to take action yourself. I can give you so much, right? But if you're not going to do it, you won't get your person. So listening to extra good stuff in the Facebook group, it's nothing unless you're doing what you're supposed to do. I never meant to hurt you. They don't. They don't wake up and think, you know what, I'm going to go and tell Sophia, fuck off. David don't wake up thinking that, right? Neither does anybody. They don't mean to do it. Like I said, you've got to go deeper. They don't mean to do it, right? And I said this in another video about how that rolls. I need to, oh my gosh, check out. I need to love me first, then I can love you. They're mirroring that to you. You go love yourself, then they go love themselves, right? Fear is holding me back. So this is you fearing something. And like I say, it's probably family members or something like that, right? If they supported you like this community, wouldn't it be a different kettle of fish? Whatever you're going through, that's another way of seeing this. My person doesn't emotionally open up. My person isn't moving in with me. My person isn't like, you know, getting rid of the third party. If you had a group of family and friends and said, listen, does he or she love you? Seriously, do they love you? And you go, yeah, I believe they do. And I'll say, do you love them? Yeah, I do. What's the fucking issue? If you had family like that, would there be a problem? It's not the problem. It's you, the Seven of Swords, right? From your belief or your tradition. Because this planet, the air you fucking breathe is love. So if you're saying your person loves you and you love them, what the fuck is the issue? It's this, right? The physicality. And that includes the physical body of other people, right? That's what this is. And that's the fear of not telling those people. I'm not saying you've got to tell them to fuck off. I'm just saying it takes balls to then get down and say what you want. Well, no, I just love that. But, oh, cut them off or not see them or not to, you know, do what you got to do. But that's why you're twin flame. fear is holding me back, right? I really do want to work us out. Do you, though? They do. You can always pull them back. Do you want to? Are you just staying at the 7 of Pentacles, just standing there, two of Swords? Shall I do it in and out? 1 minute I want it. Look, 1 minute I want a passionate beginning, but then, you know, no, they're fucking lying, cheating, stealing. Make a decision, and if you can't stick to it, that's why there's mission people here. So we can help you through counselling on a one-to-one. So we have your back and tell you what you need to hear. When your friends and families, oh, we should be doing this, should be doing that. And if you've got someone who says, no, they do love you. That's an external thing. You know they love you. You know they do. Over what your friends and family. I'm not saying they're shit. I'm just saying align with the frequency that you're at. And that's this law of the planet. Because what you resist persists. So you have to learn to deal with your fear. And that's your family. You want to do that? Go to the subscription list and book someone for counselling. Speak to you later.